Welcome to today's deep dive. If you're currently drowning in a sea of seating charts and floral arrangements, we have a lifeline for you.
A much-needed financial lifeline, yeah.
Exactly. Today, we're looking at a comprehensive guide on tracking wedding expenses with apps and spreadsheets.
And we're also pulling some great guidance from the articles section on the Weddizer website, which is really tailored to this exact niche.
Right. Using the Weddizer website is actually fantastic for managing finances and selection purposes, especially since you can easily find the best places for wedding events right there.
It's super helpful, and the mission today is simple, helping you avoid complete financial overwhelm by using the right digital tools.
Okay, let's unpack this, because anyone who has even glanced at wedding planning knows how shockingly fast those deposits for venues and catering can just completely drain a bank account if you don't have a solid system in place.
Yeah, and it's vital to realize that this isn't just about, aggressively penny pinching.
Right, nobody wants to do that.
Exactly. A structured tracking system stops accidental overspending, and it keeps those endless vendor payments from falling through the cracks. More importantly, it vastly improves financial communication between partners.
Taking the friction out of the money talk.
Yes, it leaves a lot more room for the actual fun of planning.
But wait, doesn't logging every single dime just add a whole new layer of stress to a couple who is already totally overwhelmed by all the moving parts?
It sounds counterintuitive, I know, but it actually does the opposite. When the numbers are out of your head and secured in a reliable system, the anxiety drops.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
So let's look at the tools that get those numbers out of your head. Take wedding budget apps, for example. The biggest perk there is pure convenience.
Mobile accessibility is key.
Yeah, meaning you can pull up your budget and make real-time updates while you are literally sitting right there in the florist's shop.
Which is huge.
Plus, a lot of these apps feature automatic categorization, instantly tossing your spending into buckets like venue, photography, or attire without you having to lift a finger.
What's fascinating here is that despite all that automated convenience, the guide makes a massive case for good old-fashioned spreadsheets.
Your Excels or Google Sheets.
Yep, they give you a blank canvas where you make the rules. When we were looking through the sources, the one absolute must-have they highlighted was the estimated versus actual cost column.
Because that exposes the dreaded wedding tax, right? Where you think a minor upgrade to a chair sash is no big deal.
Right, but then you see the actual costs snowball across 200 chairs.
Exactly.
Precisely. It forces you to confront the reality of those seemingly small upgrades before they derail you. Spreadsheets are also perfect for meticulously tracking exact remaining balances and specific payment due dates.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The ultimate strategy isn't picking an app or a spreadsheet.
No, it's the hybrid approach.
You should be using both. Keep an app on your phone for quick, on-the-go vendor communication and instant updates.
And maintain a master spreadsheet for that highly detailed, long-term financial overview at home.
It really is the best of both worlds.
It is. But regardless of the tools you choose, there are a few smart budgeting tips you have to follow to make the system work. First, build in a strict 5 to 10% buffer for unexpected costs.
Because they will always pop up.
Without fail. Second, track every payment the second it happens and sit down together to review the overall budget weekly. Finally, rigorously track the biggest budget eater.
The venue and catering.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. This includes the venue rental, the service staff, the tableware, and the food. It's wild how an allegedly simple plate of chicken can suddenly cost as much as a used car by the time you add in service fees and gratuity.
Yeah, you really have to keep a hawk's eye on those specific line items. Those catering bills definitely creep up.
They really do.
Looking forward, though, the guide notes the future of wedding planning is moving heavily toward AI-powered tools and cloud-based syncing.
And just to clarify, we aren't talking about robots planning your reception.
Oh, no.
This means AI that can instantly scan a 12-page vendor contract, pull out the exact payment schedule, and automatically drop those due dates right into your shared calendar. So what does this all mean? Ultimately, proper tracking isn't a chore.
Not at all.
It is the exact mechanism that lets you show up and actually enjoy your big day completely stress-free.
This raises an important question. If successfully pulling off a wedding requires mastering this hybrid system of mobile apps and custom spreadsheets, how might adopting these exact same tracking habits permanently transform how you manage your long-term household finances for decades after the honeymoon is over?